All right, so here is Dustin Poirier making the walk for yet another big UFC spot here tonight. UFC 236 was his coming out party, DC. He ended Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak, and in a near-perfect performance in a lot of respects, was able to realize a UFC interim lightweight.
They say diamonds are forever, and so is Dustin Poirier. It seems like he's been here the whole time. We've seen this young man grow up in the UFC. We saw him at 145 pounds have a ton of success, but we've truly seen him come into his own as he's going up to lightweight. He's become a UFC interim champion, and he's beaten guys like Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway. One of the best fighters at 155 is Dustin Poirier. And with Dustin Poirier and Daniel Cormier, safe to say that Lafayette, Louisiana has made a pretty good UFC footprint over the last few years. Dustin Poirier, that kind of thing you gotta have. All right, so here he is, the UFC featherweight king, Alexander Volkanovski. And we have truly run out of superlatives when it comes to talking about this man and his mixed martial arts acumen. There are three guys who can lay claim to being the greatest featherweight of all time, and yet Alex is kind of distancing himself from that pack. It's crazy. It's crazy how good Alexander Volkanovski is. I mean, you always knew he could fight. But to see some of the performances as of late, and to see how he continues to evolve and get better, even as the champion, is really impressive. And it's a credit to him and all of his coaches, but mostly his mindset. I don't know if there's a guy in fighting that has a higher fight IQ than Alexander the Great. I just like to take note of what I'm experiencing every time this guy steps in the octagon, because it's always something special.
And certainly since he signed with the UFC all the way back in 2016, he has been a promotional workhorse, strength of schedule as good as it gets, and of course, as he enters competition tonight, can lay claim to 4 combined wins over Jose Aldo and Max Holloway, greatest featherweight of all time. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Herb Dean, referee for this one.
Good.
Well, it has been amazing to watch Alexander Volkanovski's progression, even when you look back to past title defenses against the likes of the Korean Zombie, almost smiling as if to say, man, I thought you were good. I didn't know you were that good. And in theory, Volkanovski ready to present an even better version here tonight. Oh, nice leg kick attack there from Alexander Volkanovski. You know it's a city kickboxing fighter if they're employing that weapon.
And you know, honestly, John, he's done that over and over again.
This fight's gonna be over.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly. Nice leg kick.
Lands a big right hand early.
Nice shot there by the champ.
So more output, at least in the early going. All right, so Dustin Poirier getting off to a pretty good start tonight, and all driven by that straight left hand.
Yeah, you know, Dustin Poirier is a right-handed guy, so he's pawing at you with the right jab, and then boom, he drops that right hand. We have seen him put some of the best fighters in the world on their back with that straight left hand.
good to see that Dustin Poirier is landing it early in this fight tonight. Guillotine jump. That guillotine is tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Explode up.
Back mount now. Just over 3 minutes here to go, round one. Poirier's in half guard now.
There it is, now he's going to mount.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, feet on the hips here. Volkanovski getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Oh! Huge kick to the head. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume strikes effectively, you can do worse than watching a film on this.
It's a masterclass, John. It's a masterclass in mixing up the target, mixing up the strikes, and ending your combinations with the kick.
Big right hook coming, it's blocked. Well, lands a good series of kicks there, DC. It really didn't take him long to get a good beat on his opponent.
He figured the timing, and now he's been driving kick after kick into his opponent.
The takedown is not there. Big right hand from the American top team trained Dustin Poirier. So many outstanding coaches out there, not the least of which is Mike Brown, who finds himself firmly in Poirier's corner, as usual here tonight.
Oh, back and forth we go.
So 42 total strikes have landed for Dustin Poirier. Well, we talk about these calf kicks all the time. Don't want to take too many more of those.
I cannot believe how damaging that strike is.
Under a minute now to go in round one. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating, you need to be framing, you need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet. He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
His opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and come right over.
Oh, Volkanovski's eyes starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Round two is next. Well, in vintage form there as the round comes to an end. Nearly got his opponent out of there, stunned him several times. Huge round from Poirier. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
All right, here we go. Round two. It is Alexander Volkanovski and Dustin Poirier. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on him. Huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight. that jab.
That strike blocked by Dustin Poirier. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes. Oh, he smells blood in the water. Gotta start looking for the finish here.
He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep.
Double jab there by Volkanovski. Big power shot there. Attempts the front kick there. Connection there.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight. The guillotine looks like it's locked in. Right now, he's got to be patient. He's got to squeeze. And not too much.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly.
Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues.
Oh, he's got his back. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, no surprise to see him rinse and repeat as he continues to target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye, getting back after him, making him work, and recognizing like, hey, this is my path. It's working, I'm gonna stay on.
All right, half guard for him here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Well, that swelling, folks, is not from sodium. That is from a serious ground and pound attack from his opponent. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes. Nice shots landing from the top position.
And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action. Just out of range with the big right hand.
He's hurt so bad. He's got to find safety. Find a way that you can recover.
Big right hand there.
That one landed clean.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep doing it again. Do it again.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Volkanovski's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Another nice kick there. Solid series of kicks. They're all landing now. Oh, how good is that Poirier jab? He's got huge hands and certainly was able to find the home for his jab there.
I mean, the king of Lafayette has got it going tonight. Dustin Poirier fights in the southpaw, but he's a right-handed guy. That's why the...
I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs. He's brutalized him with the ground and pound. This fight is close to being done.
"30 seconds in the round."
Beautiful ground and pound. And it looks like he has a cut now.
And now he's got the back. Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start to rain down brutal ground and pound.
And you better intelligently defend here. This could be the beginning of the end. 10 minutes in the books.
Stop.
Heading back to the corner now after that round. Oh, Volkanovski's eye is looking pretty bad at this point, DC. The cut man's going to hustle in there and see if he can work on that, or that eye might swell shut. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, big right hand, yes.
He checked that last one. Leg kick.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this, and the work is showing...
Right there, we'll see if he can finish.
What a fight. Both of these guys are trying to finish. Oh, nice elbow.
Well, body language is a great indicator, and that is one confident man right there after a big knockdown in the previous round.
He's got to keep pressing here.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here. Checks the leg kick. Poirier's eye is starting to swell shut. Volkanovski gets the single leg takedown. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position.
Now he's going full mount.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Poirier. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Side control. All right, so a wise decision by him to continue to attack that cut. And it's getting wider by the minute.
It's getting wider by the minute. This guy is a fantastic fighter, and he's as smart as they come. So the moment that cut opened up, you knew that that would become his focus.
Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot. Now we got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
So fighter a little bit stunned, holding on to him now, not doing a ton, just looking to recover. Volkanovski's blocking pretty well now, so an adjustment made by the fighter to protect.
Keep working, stay busy, finish this fight right here.
All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
Oh, Volkanovski's eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time. I'm not so sure they're not going to step in, Daniel, and stop this fight right now. Hard to be a one-eyed fighter in a mixed martial arts set. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
This is a terrible position.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Dustin Poirier. Under a minute now to go in the round. And there it is again, targeting that swelling. Why would you not, right? You've doled out all this damage. Might as well go right back to it.
Well, especially if your opponent is not going to move his head. He's still trying to go out on his shield. He's so stubborn in trying to prove that he's tough. It's really costing him right now.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Volkanovski. Poirier's eye does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
Hey, cut man. Over here.
Great high-output fight thus far. Both fighters incurring damage. Seems like whoever can dig deeper is probably going to win.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who's tougher. You know, when you have an evenly matched fight like this, a war, you don't know who's going to get their hand raised. Both of these men have fought beautifully tonight, and both have had their moments.
All right, man, we got ourselves a fight here. All right, we knew this. Don't worry about the cut. We got it under control. Just do not focus on the blood. Don't worry about the cut. Just protect it. You need to go after it.
You ready to fight? Ready.
4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, 4th round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Well, I'm not sure if there's a facial fracture of some kind, but the striking approach has certainly worked tonight, and his opponent is hurting for certain.
He's hurting really bad right now. I mean, every single time a shot lands up top, you can see the damage that it's inflicting. The work that he has done has been masterful. And now he has his opponent very limited.
He's having his way with him here. Well, an incredible fight thus far. Both fighters look like they could be finished at any time. If you wondered about the heart on either side, that question was answered tonight.
Nothing. There are no more questions in regards to these 2 fighters. Both of these men have been hurt. Both of these men are swollen. They're bloody. They're both, even though they're both willing and ready to continue this fight.
Poirier's in half guard. Well, the cut men have done everything that they can tonight, but these guys are handing out facials. This is crazy.
Yeah, these guys are going after it, man. Both of them. Both inflicting damage on each other. And both are dealing with it and trying to continue in this fight. This is a great fight.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Just over 3 minutes to go. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Oh, that cut is getting worse with every passing ground strike as he lands again. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Poirier. Oh, huge hammer fist landing now.
It's over. You can't take these punches. You gotta move. You gotta escape, or you're gonna finish the fight.
Fight.
Set the pace and hit him first.
All right, well, if you like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That cut is really started to open up wide now.
It's starting to open up, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too bad right now. It's still bloody.
That'll do it. Lafayette, Louisiana. Your guy has done it.
Holy smokes!
Here we go inside the octagon for the official decision to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 36 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
All right, Dustin Poirier getting it done by knockout. The man that you know well has natural power, but he is also